quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This will be taken very short. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Tighten down. There you go. Hey, alert three. Three. Shoot.
Grace don't travel.
49, check 49. One.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Tighten up.
Now a run with Cook. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
He's got Smith here. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Foxtrot. Three.
On 4th down, they snap it to Mariota. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Hey, lady! You ain't doing nothing today. Hey, 53, ready?
After the interception, here's Stafford. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing is Stafford. Going up top. Touchdown, Falcons. Braxton Berrios, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. This will be taken short. And this does not end well, as he's going to be out of bounds here at his own 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
One.
They start the drive with Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Out of his end zone, Mariota. He's going to float this one. He's got him in, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. A big play there for Carolina. 54 yards. Mariota on first down. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Mariota airing it out for Hamilton. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one good for 37 yards.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Check 4.
One.
SOS.
Three.
Bravo!
From the red zone now, Mariota. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Three.
Hey, turn it up.
Now Mariota. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Now this throw caught left side. 23 yards on the play. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Let's get it, Zebra.
Stafford on first down. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
They can't hang with us.
Hurry!
45 to Mike.
11.
What we got?
Hey, Haywood.
Hey, motion.
Look at him.
On first down, it's Stafford. And he'll go right back to Allen. That's complete. That's good for 28 yards. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense, I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Keenan Allen, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Throwing on second and long. Mariota And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but... Oh, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Third and long here for Mariota. And he's going to go down again.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 23. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
22. 59. Bravo. Check 99.
On 1st down, Stafford here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Stafford. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Apke. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. They find some open field here. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Meanwhile, down in Dallas, an update from there. And the Redskins there out to an early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Back to it after the pick six. Mariota. He's got this complete to Hamilton. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there for the Panthers. 48 yards.
We gotta get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
First down, Mariota. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers, and a first down here.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
From the gun, Mariota. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Vincent Smith, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead now down to 20. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
The Falcons take over first and 10
Let's go.
at their own
Let's go.
25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
To throw again on second down. Stafford. That's complete to John Ross. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Set. Waiting. 50-50. 53. Ready.
You got 3.
Greystone travel.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Hey, check 3. Check 3. 48.
On first and 10, Stafford. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Stafford now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's first and 10. Stafford now to throw. Flush to his right. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield. I think it's intercepted.
30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here first and 10. Following the interception here, Mariota airing it out for Hamilton. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20.
Delta.
Throwing, Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Watch 17, watch 17. Hey, D-line, let's get in there, let's get in there. Where are they, team? 25, check 25. One. Alpha.
Mariota from the gun on third down. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Incomplete. Sets up fourth down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at about the 28. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, boys, bring it up.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Troy Apke. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
One. Orbit. He's checking. Crash. Check. One. Deuce.
Mariota now to throw on first down. Catch is made by Harry. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Here's Mariota. And this one complete to Smith. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a third and goal. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position. Now facing third down. Working out of the gun, Mariota escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Deshaun Hamilton with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. With a lot of the media, Charles, ourselves included, starting to prep those MVP ballots, you wonder if last week's performance, which he admitted was not very good, if that hurt him at all coming down the stretch.
Less than 50 yards on the ground in last week's game that you referenced, and let's face it, if he has another game like that, we'll erase him from the MVP discussion. He won't even be talked about anymore. He has to bounce back with 100-plus in this one in order to stay in that race.
Now Stafford. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Stafford. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To the air again, Stafford. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Now Chandler Catanzaro for the field goal here. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will extend their lead even further. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A first down throw for Mariota. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. Here's a quick throw caught by Allen. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Mariota again. He's got Allen. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 13-yard line. Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the red zone now, Mariota eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to get that back to Allen. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Dalvin Cook, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are able to cut into that lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that trims the lead down to 9. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
14 yards there on a Falcon first down. On first down, it's Ross. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Falcons push further out in front. Now Stafford will come up, try to get his guys a 2-point conversion.
Check it.
General West.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken very short. And they will be backed up deep as they'll have to start the drive from the 6-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
50 seconds to Mike. Here we go. Slam.
One.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Check 9.
Bang, 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 bang.
One.
Switch. Hey, watch the shit. Hey, watch the shit.
To throw Mariota, and he can't get away. Mariota goes down, and that is going to be a safety. So a failure there to get rid of the football. I don't know in the end that it's going to matter much here with this game, but it yields another 2 points.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. It may not matter a ton with the deficit that's already there, but like my old coach used to say, it sure ain't going to help.
It doesn't help indeed. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Ready.
Watch Mike. Go.
22.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. Stafford now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Hey, Delta. Hey.
To throw again. Stafford. And this is caught. It's Parker. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Let's go.
19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing again is Stafford. Finds his tight end Ingram. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, it's Stafford. And this is Parker, complete. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Hey, Echo.
Throwing here, Stafford. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10, and he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Throwing is Stafford, and the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Robert Kimdichie in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford. And he'll complete this one to Berrios. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there. From the red zone now, Stafford. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. One last shot now for Mariota. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
You see me out here? That's right.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Falcons, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Carolina, it's unfortunately more of the same as they'll fall to 3-10 on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.